That could be a message for somebody, because I'm just like hearing it very clearly. Like, that's excessive. Okay. That means no boundaries were either being voiced or they were crossing a boundary. And that's not healthy. All right. All right. Can we move forward? What else does this collective need to hear at this time? Forgive yourself for putting up with that behavior. 222. That could have been a connection for you in the past. A romantic one, a deep one, a heavy one. Forgive yourself for whatever you let go on back then with that, okay? You got through it. It's like, now you know, is what I'm hearing. Now you know. The more you know, it's 144 right now. The more you know, you can apply it to your current connections and relationships, okay? Because you got to demonstrate how you want to be loved, okay? It's not right out like telling the person that you're interested in, okay, here's a list, I need you to do it for me to feel comfortable and safe with you and how I need to be loved. It's not that. There's a ways there there's are ways. There are ways that you can do that without, having to have that kind of conversation, or like if it feels awkward or uncomfortable, maybe you're easing back into dating, maybe you're easing into like seeing somebody new or something along those lines, because I'm getting somebody being uncomfortable about having to go through this process again, and it's bringing up a lot of old triggers. So that's why you need to forgive yourself. This is falling in the heart. These two actually are in the heart of your reading, the forgiveness and the yes. Listen and follow your intuition. So yeah, you need to forgive yourself for that situation from the past, because you don't want to bring that into your present. And I know you don't, because I can feel that you're letting a lot go. Okay, this is a transition period for you, so it could be very deep. Some thoughts could be very dark, from like I'm hearing like here and there. Maybe you like you're teetering like a seesaw, like here and there. Maybe your mind goes like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like this, and then you're like, no, it's not. Like, I can feel the difference. You know what I mean? So it's like grounding your energy in the present and making sure you're keeping up those healthy boundaries for yourself and your mind straight, because if you go back in the past, you're going to kind of project it into the future or in the present, and I know that's not something that you want to do, collective. Okay, so that's not going to resonate for all of you, by the way. Okay, only take the messages that do resonate with you. I feel like I'm tapping into a specific collective. Okay, so what else does this collective need to hear at this time? What else does this collective need to hear? Yeah, you're awakening. You're having an awakening. Whatever you want to call it, you don't have to call it a spiritual awakening. I get that some of you might feel overwhelmed by that, okay? You might think that it's too out there for my mind, or I'm not into this whole spirituality stuff, like break it down for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting that, and that's okay. You're having a realization, okay? You're coming to terms with who you are and who you want to be, and you might be comparing the past to the present in a good way, and I hope it's in a good way so you can tell the difference, okay? Because there's a huge difference. It's like having an epiphany moment, okay? You're having an epiphany moment, okay? What else? What does my collective need to hear at this time? What does my collective need to hear at this time? I just heard guide me. Guide me. It kind of reminds me of the way that I heard it. It reminded me of, what's that meme where it's like, Jesus, take the wheel? That's what it reminded me of. Anyway. Oop. Okay. We got two. They came out fast. You got connections. The number 29 could be significant, partnerships, contracts, and commitments. And then you got seeing right after. This was flipped over. So this was unseen. Perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. You are now seeing that you do need to forgive in order to move forward, because this seeing is falling under the forgiveness card, collective. You're seeing what you need to do in order to move forward, what you need to do in order to make those steps, all right, your reality. Make those steps your reality, because I know you don't want to hold on to whatever this is from the past, okay? You're getting connections and cleansing. So a lot of these awakenings, epiphany moments, realizations, the way that they're going to come to you, they're going to start transitioning in your life. A telltale sign of noticing how that's going to come into your life, how that's materializing into your life, is what is falling away from your life. So certain connections, certain partnerships, things that you have to cleanse at this time, okay? And it's not saying push people out of your life. It's not saying disconnect from certain people. But if you feel in your body that a connection that you have does not need to go with you to where you're going, listen to that, okay? Listen to your gut. If you feel like you have certain connections that are going to go with you, that do feel healthy, it's 818 when I said that on the timer. Make sure you're pouring into that, okay? But yeah, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. There are some things that need to leave your life so other things can enter your life, okay? It's like a revolving door, but like, not a revolving door. Is that, do I want to say a revolving door? I want to say it's like a, what am I seeing right now? I'm just seeing like a wave of water going through like this path, and it's opening to go through it. And then at the beginning of it, there's more coming in. Let's go to the next part. I recorded this part and it got deleted. It is 2:02 p.m. right now, so I'm gonna redo it. Let's hope I remember in good faith everything that I said, because it was a lot. I'm not even sure where we left off for the cards, but you got air spirit, connections with the number 29, seeing, and then synchronicity. So I was basically getting that you're feeling very nostalgic as of late, okay? And the song by Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, was coming up. And I was getting the beach, I was getting the summertime, I was getting those tinted blue and pink hippie looking sunglasses, I was getting sand and shells, and something that went on in your early 20s could be significant, okay? There was a connection that was very, made you feel like you could conquer everything, okay? And it was like, and then I started getting emotional because I was thinking about that connection for you, collective, and it felt like saying bye to it was a lot. Releasing it was just, could have been unexpected, an unexpected change. You weren't used to not being around this person, not seeing this person. It took a toll on you. It was a lot mentally, emotionally. Maybe you built up a wall with future connections after this specific connection in your life because you felt like this is the one that was going to stick around. And it caught you off guard, I'm hearing. Maybe when it didn't stick around, you retreated from doing anything else after that, okay? I was getting that you might just like stick to yourself a lot more. You might just stick to very close family, immediate family or friends, people that feel like you can actually trust, that you're like this with, that you go back, way back in. Like, I'm getting ones that really helped you through a lot of struggles and things mentally, like people you could vent to. That's what I'm getting. But also at the same time, I was saying, make sure you do not close yourself off or don't slam the door, because I heard a slam door, to things that are actually good for you in the present moment, okay? You could be going back and forth on what exactly that is. That's why you need to release and fully forgive yourself for what happened in the past regarding this connection or this feeling, whatever this was for you, okay? Because it was very deep and it was very heavy. Whether you want to see that or not, that's what I'm seeing and that's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of, like, again, the left side right here. There's some new clarity, there's some new perspective to what you need to do in order to move forward. You're getting a lot of synchronicities, all right? These are answered prayers. These are things popping up in your day-to-day that you're getting confirmations on that you can trust, okay? I don't know if you've been connecting with somebody recently. I don't know if you will. I heard dating apps. And then I said I didn't want to give my opinion on dating apps, but I'm getting like maybe you're being pushed towards something. Like you're being pushed to try something. And then I heard this Friday could be significant for you. I see you going out and maybe bumping into somebody. I see you going out and maybe something happening by chance. Connections. What else? I might have to keep stopping it to make sure it records the full message, but what else does my collective need to know at this time? That's a really interesting, okay, I'm being brought to like, just notice that transition. We started with Russian Roulette by Rihanna, and then now we're getting Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. So I just want you to notice that transition in music. It felt called to say that. What else? Because that's a very intense song. Like, they're both intense, but they're at different levels, energetic frequencies, okay? Maybe you could be comparing something, okay? And like you can tell the difference now, or you're seeing the difference with something. What else? What does this collective need to know at this time? Oh, I was also saying how you're going to notice a big difference because of this transformation period for you, and how we're still in the midst of a retrograde, and how things from the past are being resurfaced for you to release, let go of. What are you still holding on to? What do you need to change? Like that kind of energy. Anytime there's a retrograde going on, you're always going to be faced with those kinds of questions, okay? So emotions might come up for you that you weren't expecting to come up, okay? Some things might resurface, people might resurface, situations might resurface, but with different energies. So it's like your job to face it without getting triggered and find a different way to approach it and deal with it, okay? This is not to call you out at all. This is not to single you out. This is for your growth in general, okay? I'm getting that maybe somebody just doesn't like the sound of spirituality or the way it presents itself. So you could have realizations. You could have epiphany moments. You could just have a new perspective on something, okay? So what else does this collective need to hear at this time? What else does this collective need to hear? What else does this collective need to hear at this time? That's actually really funny because in the video that got deleted, I felt like I was giving dating advice to somebody. So I don't know if you're seeing somebody new. You might be connecting with somebody already, or you will be, okay? Maybe this is just a precaution, pre-warning to like not close yourself off so much so this person could actually get to know who you are. That's just a thought. What else? What other messages for this collective? I recorded a whole part again and it got deleted, so we're gonna try to do this again. You basically got gender roles and it was coming under control your anger. So there could be a connection currently in your life, collective, that is a little bit of a struggle or a push and pull on how you see eye to eye, what you expect the other person to be doing, and vice versa. I'm feeling the need to say, like, don't project what you think the other person should be doing or saying, because your energy is very sensitive. So you could either pick up on that and retract your energy, or it's just not necessary. I'm hearing zooming cars right now. It's just not necessary to put all that added pressure onto somebody else if you're just getting to know them or just getting to know them again, okay? You guys are very similar, and I was seeing 2 and 2. You guys could be mirroring this energy back to whoever you're connecting with, or will be connecting with. It just seems like you both are similar in how you love and how you show your love. I mean, it's in different ways, but like the intensity of how you love is what I keep picking up on. And then I was hearing Brianna's only girl in the world. So I was saying that this could be how your feminine wants to feel to you. This could be how your masculine wants to feel to you. It doesn't have to be just feminine energy. The message behind it is that's how they want to feel. Like you're one and only, like you're end all be all, okay? If this is a new connection and it's moving slowly, that could be kind of that could be kind of overwhelming, okay? But take it slow, feel it out. Don't rush into anything if you're unsure, if you're questioning something. Make sure you always reflect before you move outwardly, okay? But this is a clear message. This is a very clear message. You need to forgive the past so you can move forward the future, the present. I don't know why I'm doing that. Something could be flowing very effortlessly, very naturally for you. But yeah, let's see what other messages. There are for my collective. What other messages for this collective? Okay. You're getting diamond. Okay. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So you're getting that under the owl card. Okay. So, I love that. I love that. Yeah, this just confirms it. Oh my gosh. This literally just confirms it. I'm also getting a physical representation of whatever this is, okay? Take that if it resonates with you. I'm seeing soul searching. Somebody could literally be looking for you, collective, like searching for you. Are there any other messages for this collective and what they need to hear at this time? Any other messages for this collective they need to hear at this time? Researching you, searching you up, looking you up. Any other messages, final messages for my collective? Final messages for the collective. Any other messages? OMG. Somebody could be falling right into your lap, or something could be falling right into your lap. What other messages for the collective? Expecting miracles. Whoa, confirmation. Whoa, confirmation. Miracles are blossoming in my life. What other messages for the collective? What else do they need to know at this time? It's 222 as I say this, okay? It's 222 right now. What other messages for the collective? Wish. It's like make a wish. The number 35 could be significant. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. Anything else? This is something that you've been dreaming of, that you've been wanting. You've been focusing on this, the focus card. Focus your intention, okay? Wherever your intention goes, energy flows, all right? I'm hearing there's something approaching you. There's something that's going to be approaching you. And it's not going to be a test so much, but I am hearing the word test. It's going to be something to see if you will accept or not. Are you going to accept this? Is this something that you want? You need to ask yourself that, because whatever is approaching, it's calling for you to see if you're going to accept. Are you going to accept this, collective? Is this an offer you're going to accept into your life? What else? From the cards, it looks like it's something that you want, okay? What else does collective need to hear at this time? Can we get clear final messages to close this reading out? Can we get clear final messages? Clear final messages for my collective. Clear final messages. Clear final messages. Don't accept anything less than you deserve, okay? You're getting momentum. Get moving, new career, direction. Ooh, I'm seeing miracle-minded and fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're gaining a lot of momentum. Whatever this is, it's like beeline straight to you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in theater class. Somebody does really good in theater. I don't know what this is. I'm hearing a theater song right now. Have you ever felt something, na, na, na. What's that song? Oh no, I need to find it. Oh, I need to find it. It's coming to me. Okay, so I had to stop it just to confirm and look that song up. It's by Dear Evan Hanson, You Will Be Found. That's a very emotional song. It's from a play or musical. Yeah, I feel like you're connecting with somebody that really sees you for who you are, okay? So let's see. Were there any final messages? There's a lot of channeled music in this energy, in this message. You could be connecting with somebody that also has the same, like, rhythm as you, like the same love for music as you. What else do you need to hear at this time? Final messages from my collective. That popped up like crazy. Positive prayers. Lifting the energy around you with prayer, creating harmony wherever you go. Yeah, this is your confirmation. Continue doing what you are doing. There is no need to there's like no need to stop what you're doing. I feel like whatever it is that could be affecting your present connections and relationships has to do with past situations. So it's something that you need to learn how to forgive within yourself, or you need to forgive yourself for something that went on in the past, because it's not going to repeat itself. It's not the same as what you're going to be coming into, is what I'm getting. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, collective. Hopefully this helped some of you out there and provided some clarity. As always, I hope you are taking care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.